And there we go. We are done rebuilding our boat and ready to splash. Hope you enjoyed. Just kidding. We put the floor down so we can walk. That's about it. Okay, here you go. You take this thing, put in the screws.
Oh, I'm gonna hit you.
Hey,
Your head isn't.
can you do me a favor? Can you go get the pry bar out of my car?
The car we left at home?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that every video that I have seen where somebody's opening up the water tank in a V-berth is like this, where it's silicone down. Well, out of the ones that I've seen, everybody has done it, and because it's silicone down, they end up splitting the board and ripping it apart, and there's no easy way. And guess what? My video is going to be just like theirs, because I really doubt I'm getting this thing to come up in one piece. But I expected that. And there we go. The lid is off of the V-berth water tank. And managed to get it off without splintering the wood. And, that doesn't count. Neither does that. Wait. That's right. Sonya's here. Sonya did good and only splintered it a little bit. Okay, we got the cover off of the water tank in the V-berth. If we were going to use it for a water tank, it would need a little bit of work done. It's got some hairline cracks here and there, but that's not our plan because we already got a huge water tank. We were thinking about storage, and after a little bit closer examination, the way the hull comes down, if we did cut this out on the side here, you were going to gain, couple inches of space. Underneath it, there's a little bit of space to where it goes down. We can gain that space and probably some at the front, but it doesn't look like it's going to be enough to make it worth going through and cutting everything out. And plus, if we leave it like this, it can always be turned back into a water tank with a little bit of work. So our main thing was, we got 2 dogs that are going to be going with us. And this is going to be a great place to store their food. I mean, I'd say probably get at least 2 bags of food in there and maybe some dog toys and dog treats, and it'll be, in a way, sealed. I mean, we're not going to silicone the top back down. It's just going to be sitting in there, but hopefully that'll help keep bugs and stuff from getting in their food if we get any bugs on the boat. But, I think it'd probably work pretty good for putting their food in there. Well, for those of you who haven't caught on yet, I really don't have a good memory. So, one thing I do, like, here's the screws that came out of the water tank in the V-berth. Put them in a little container, and I got this little label maker here, because I know it's probably going to be a little while before I put that back together. So Usually, take stuff apart. If I'm putting it back together the next few days, it's no big deal. Something like this is going to be a little while. Print off a little label here, stick it on there, and then whenever I get back to it, and I'm just like, where the hell are them bolts? I mean, where the heck are them bolts? Hey, look, these are the ones for the V-Bird water tank. As long as I remember where I put them, then everything should be good. Oh, been a few days since I've been here, because, having to go do the work thing. For some reason, I still can't find anybody who wants to pay me to sit at home and do nothing. So, work it is, I guess. And I guess I should start off with something that I should have done when I filmed it. There it is. Yeah. It's easy to film saying, hey, I keep forgetting to measure this thing, and then still forgetting to measure it. Looks like about 20 inches. Now if we come over to this side, $23. Looks like about the same for the water tank. There. Now I'm done. I can go home. Just kidding. Might as well do something while I'm here, right? And here's one other project that I've been kind of working on. Can't rush some things. Through a hole here for the holding tank in the forward head. Sits up there, right underneath the holding tank. There's not even enough room for the handle to be on there. Well, you could put the handle on, but then you can't open and close it. So I've got all the other ones on the boat freed up. Just takes a little time. Took the nut and the washer off to one side and tap it a little bit with a plastic hammer. Spray it with penetrating oil. And pretty much every time I come to the boat, I tap on it a little bit, try it, it doesn't move, spray it again, leave it go till the next time. And eventually I'll get it. It's no rush, so I'm not going to break it trying to hurry up and get it done. But I came in here, I don't know, all this hose on here, the valve and everything, it looks like all brand new. So that's a good thing about it. Although it took me like 3 minutes of looking at, okay, it comes in here and it goes out there and it goes around here and goes to there, or does it go to there? Or wait, this goes, that goes there. This goes there, and then there, and the other one down there goes there, and that one over there goes there, and I guess it works, but I ended up taking off the hose clamps up here to pull this elbow out, because how tight everything is down in there. Can't get anything else off, and spray my penetrating oil in here, So it goes down through here and then down to the sheetcock down there. Like I said, no big hurry to get to it because I don't think we're splashing tomorrow. If we are, nobody told me. And eventually it'll get freed up, and then I get to go through. I got everything else freed up and plan on taking them all apart and getting some lapping compound and redoing them and greasing them up real good. One thing I actually thought about, because you got the little plugs in them, you know, and that's where you put grease in to grease the valve. I kind of wondered, is there a reason there's no grease fitting in there? I don't know, maybe it's the thing preventing the leak. I can understand that, I guess. But I don't know, I'm debating maybe I should just throw a grease fitting in there and keep a little grease gun with marine grease in it and just go around and squirt them all every once in a while, maybe once a month, whether they're being used or not. Just grease them up and hopefully never have to go through this again. Well, here's one little thing I forgot to put in the other video when I was showing how the electrical used to be here. One of the reasons of redoing it and moving it is this right here is basically what is left of the little panel that used to be here. And try to get a good shot so you can see it. I don't know. Maybe you can, maybe you can't, but this whole panel here was made out of particle board. So, you know, water and particle board don't mix. So, pretty much every panel that was in here was falling out of the board every time I move it. I would get just chunks flaking off of this and making a mess everywhere. So the whole thing had to be rebuilt anyways. I just figured, you know, doesn't have to be rebuilt right here. But that was just a quick little update there. And when I first checked out this boat, I noticed that right down here, you got a panel for starting the engine. And at first I looked at that, and, you know, I know the engine's been replaced, and they put this in here. I'm first looking at it, and it's like, that don't make no sense to have to run all the way down here to start the engine. And it's like, well, hopefully they got both of them hooked into it, so you can start it from here or from up in the cockpit, which is the way it is. But at first I kind of wondered about that. And I thought, why would you even go through all the work of putting this in here? And then it kind of occurred to me, all the times that I've worked on something where you're working on the engine and you need to crank it over. And it's like, you know, okay, I can't be out here on the engine at the same time as cranking it over, so you got to go find somebody that can bump it over or do whatever while you're actually at the engine. So then I thought, well, this will be a nice thing to have because the engine's right there. So if I'm working on it, you know, adjusting valves or whatever, and I need to bump the engine over a little bit, I can just reach down here and hit the key and do what I got to do. So, you know, one more good thing about the boat. And that's why I look at it. Every little thing I figure out like that is just one more good thing. I mean, I guess there's a few bad things too, but just like over here inside the engine compartment is an AC outlet. Of course, right on the other side of that wall there is where the refrigerator is, and they had the cord for it. The AC cord comes through here to go up to plug into an outlet in there. Now, like I said, I guess it works. Or it did work till it didn't. Well, working in a boatyard can be kind of encouraging, I guess. I mean, I don't know if you can hear that, but right over there, Travel Lift is moving somebody out. They're getting ready to splash. So that could be like, motivation to help you get going and stuff like that. But you see a lot of different people doing different jobs, and you think, well, I can't wait till I get to the point where I'm doing that, There's somebody down the way doing their bottom paint. I'm not to that point yet, but, it gives me like a goal to work for. And, but it's not all good. Because, sometimes you look next door and you get sad news like your neighbor's tree is dying. It's kind of sad to realize that this boat has been sitting here this long enough for a bunch of pine needles and stuff to build up on it to produce a bed that is good enough for a tree to grow that big in. But then I thought about it, and it's like, I don't know if you see right there, it looks like a chimney. Chimney that looks kind of like that one. So maybe I'm looking at this the wrong way. And that guy's just thinking outside the box. You got a little wood burner. Why not grow your own firewood? I don't know. Nah, I don't want to grow any trees on my boat. So, Sonia said that I need to put some kind of ending on the video. So, here it is. You know the deal. Do the clicky stuff if you want to, or don't. You decide.